Hi, Christopher Hughes from McMichael Yacht Brokers, and today we've got something really cool to show you. This is a 2016 MJM Yachts 50Z, but it's not just any 50Z. This is a highly customized boat with a lot of cool features. Let's get on board and see what she has to offer. So let's get into some of the operational aspects. Here at the helm, the first thing you'll notice is double wide companion seat. You're very high up, and my visibility is, quite frankly, astounding. I can see right over the bow to objects that are extremely close. Whether I'm standing at the helm, plenty of headroom, or whether I'm doing, just a little comfortable sit back, this is a really, really fun boat to drive. Everything is where it should be. I'm not having to reach through the wheel to get to anything. We have large screens for our chart plotting, for all of our control systems, our Volvo, for our gyro stabilizer, joystick control, and this boat actually has a bow thruster, and our digital throttle controls over on starboard side. Now, something that's very cool about MJM and a classic design feature and part of their DNA is the destroyer wheel. If you haven't driven a boat with a destroyer wheel, you're really missing out. If you're into the long cruising, which this boat is perfect for, especially live aboard, you have an epic companion station. Now what's really cool over here is you have your own chart plotter. It's great because you have a second set of eyes that can be either right next to you with the large helm seat or over here, increases the safety. And this is another part of the classic MJM DNA, fits a full-size chart. The companionway hatch, again, another beautiful piece of workmanship. Make sure that nobody's going to fall down below should there be an abrupt turn or anything like that. This beautiful performance yacht measures in with a length overall of 54 feet 9 inches, has a beam of 15 feet, a draft of just over 3 feet, and a fuel capacity of 534 gallons. She also carries 150 gallons of fresh water. She's powered by triple IPS 600 diesel engines, giving her an average top speed of 40 knots and a high cruise speed of 36 knots. And at 36 knots, her average fuel burn is only 49 gallons per hour. We'll begin here in the indoor-outdoor pilot house. Why is it an indoor-outdoor pilot house? The Stratoglass sides roll up completely. They roll up in the back, and you can remove them. And that means that you're opened up completely to nature, and the obvious benefits to that are spectacular. The front windows open electrically. Operationally, it's great. Get them up, get the breeze going through, but again, it just adds to that whole feeling that this is your summer porch, but then when the weather starts coming in and you watch everyone else start head for home, you don't need to, because you can just button up the pilot house and have all of your climate controlled comfort and continue with your entertaining and relaxing. You can see we have privacy curtains. So they work as great sunshades, but also there's more privacy curtains that go forward and aft, and what that means is you take the cushions out, you can actually convert with another filler cushion on this side and have 2 people sleeping here, 1 person there, and the pilot house is completely closed off. This boat has a very sophisticated 4-zone audio visual system. This is one of the key features. So we're going to open this up and take you down. So with this sophisticated setup here, it's a nice feature for this particular boat. You got the 2 separate TV satellite systems, and the way the audio is set up, it's really cool as well. So you can be watching TV, US Open or a football game down below, and that audio is running in that space. You can have someone reading a book full forward and have easy listening music going on there. Here in the pilot house, you can have a completely separate audio system going on, and the cockpit can be playing another set of music. So it's 4 very distinct zones. Very cool setup. And then if we turn around, we have our Seakeeper 9 gyro stabilizer. All of our systems, our water maker, filters, everything is easily accessible right here. All the Dometic stuff, you're not climbing into a cave to have to get to things. This ladder is a quick pin pull-out. Got 2 pins right here. So if you want to go back there, could not be easier. Within the pilot house itself, we have a high-low teak table, electric, and very comfortable lounge seating, port and starboard. So if you want to do a little bit of entertaining or hanging out with the family and relaxing, there's plenty of room. Under both settees, port and starboard, we have large compartments. Our fuel tanks are outboard. This step is movable, so you can move from one side to the other. There's just excellent access to your equipment, to your fuel valves. We have spare props that this boat comes with. Really good setup and an amazing amount of space. Let me take a moment and talk about fit and finish, joiner work. Here's a good example. The storage drawers that we have here are all soft close. Beautiful teak finish. Everything is elegantly done, and there's lots of them, and they're usable, and they're deep, and you can stuff a ton of stuff in them. Moving out to the cockpit, we have a large area. Aft seating, but here's a cool feature. The chairs are specifically designed to be moved around. Gives more flexibility when it comes to hanging out, whether you want to have a meal or have some drinks or just relax with family and friends. Now we do have real teak, solid teak, and we have a solid teak table. This is a separate zone, as we talked about, that sophisticated sound system, so there are a multitude of speakers and subwoofers hidden out here as well. Looking at multifunction in the cockpit, so we have our electric grill, rack for stemware, and the all-important ice maker. Part of every MJM's DNA is the side boarding doors at floating dock level, makes getting on and off a breeze. Here's what's interesting about this particular boat. One of the key features is this is a fishing boat, if you can believe that. So this table comes out and a fishing bait prep area goes in. All of these seats are removed, and if you look to the aft end of the hardtop here, you'll notice that we have our taco outriggers. And under our aft facing seat, look at this. So here's your fish box. Double insulated with the macerator. Under this hatch is our generator, easy access. Here we have a hydraulic swim platform with our 10-foot AB tender. Over here on starboard side is our shore power access. And over on port side is our freshwater rinse. Now this boat is a sports car, but it's still a cruising boat. So you'll notice that MJM has put handrails everywhere. Very safe, very easy to get all the way forward. If we do go all the way forward, we have all of our ground tackle, everything's common sense, but it's a beautiful, simple, nice looking layout. Full forward, we have our ground tackle, have our chafing gear. It makes sense, it's easy to use. Everything about this boat is about beauty. You just look at its lines, you look at the way it sits, and when it comes into the harbor, it turns heads. Up onto the hardtop, our radar, our aerials for our AIS, for our radios. Here, this system is dual, so this is forward-looking infrared, but it's also a regular video camera. So coming into harbor at night, bad weather, you got infrared. If not, you can find the gas dock from far away with the video camera. In the dome here, you'll notice there's a shim under it, and so this set's actually perfectly level when underway. And we have our hydrostatic 6-man Viking life raft all the way aft. A feature I use quite often is the Collenberg horns. Here's the next social zone on this boat, the great cabin. The layout of this boat is just really very cool and very common sense. And it's spacious. I really can't say enough about the aesthetic and how you feel when you're in here. It is designed around the classic Herreshoff yachting nautical style. We have our cherry shiplap, we have our white bulkheads. It's a comfortable space. You can work here, you can relax here, you can have a meal here. This table, this is electric, it's a high-low. When it's down, you have a full-size berth. This actually is a reading chair, and there's one on the other side when it's made up as a bed, and you have a privacy curtain. So when it comes to entertaining, you can have people hanging out on the cockpit. You can have people in the pilot house. You can have people down here. It's a very multifunctional setup. This is a true 2-cabin boat, and the cabin in here is very cool. It has plenty of storage. It's got a really good sized bed. Now I'm 6'2.5", 6'3". I fit there perfectly. This boat underway is so well built. This is an epoxy composite boat, and the workmanship is so exquisite. There isn't a rattle or a squeak anywhere. You have all this beautiful cherry, all the joints, everything is just done superbly, all the way down to the engineered teak and holly deck as well. As sporty as this boat is, one of the other nice features is there's privacy. And here, full forward, if you're living aboard, obviously this is the master, but what's nice is closing it off. Now another feature is when that door is closed, as you see me stepping into the head, you still have access to the head. There's another head entrance from inside the master. Very comfortable space, beautiful cherry, lots of room, plenty of storage for live aboard. We have an extended locker in this particular boat. The audio-visual system in here is top-notch for the TV. We have surround sound, we have subwoofers hidden, we have other speakers hidden, you won't even notice them. And the boat itself as a theme, it breaks down into zones. So you have a social zone where you have the cockpit, you have the indoor-outdoor pilot house, you have down below in the main cabin, you have here, we have a second cabin. So whether somebody wants to be reading a book or having a meal or having drinks or hanging out or relaxing, there's a lot going on in this boat and there is a lot of space to be used. Let's take a closer look at the head. So we have plenty of headroom, and I'm a personal fan of the glass enclosed shower stall. Stows away, does not move or rattle, underway. Plenty of storage for all of your needs. Under the sink, and we have a mirror on the back side. The galley here is extremely well thought out. We have our over-under refrigerator. Then, not to waste any space anywhere, our freezer is actually down under here, and it goes out as deep as these cabinets actually are. We have storage under the solid surface countertop. We have more rack and glass storage here. Plenty of drawers. And what's really cool is how large these is. You can see there's a case of water in here and there's an upper shelf. So at first glance, you don't realize how much room there is. You can really cater a good party and carry a fair amount of food. We also have insole storage here. There is storage under each of the steps as well. And over here, conveniently hidden, is a wine rack. This is mood lighting, and it's throughout the entire boat, so the boat has a lot of entertainment qualities when it comes to mood lighting. And conveniently under the sink, we have our garbage. Clever little hatch right here. Makes it easy just to tuck your garbage in there. We do have covers for the sink to give us a little more prep space when we need it. And over here in the corner is a drying rack, which goes all the way down, and that way we keep all of our stuff out of the way while it's drying. The boat itself is touchscreen controlled. Whether you want to do items in the galley, things in the pilot house, aft deck, captain's quarters, very intuitive, just like any tablet or your cell phone. The systems on this MJM are laid out extremely well. We have all of our AC combined together. Everything is labeled, lighted, easy to get to, battery switches, our DC 12-volt system, again, labeled, lighted, and the last panel is all of our other systems like our underwater lighting or our generator. Overall, this 2016 MJM 50Z Sport Yacht is as impressive as she is beautiful, with a long list of custom upgrades and an unmatched performance profile. To schedule a viewing or test drive, email us or call 914-381-5900.